The Wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, a guide to transforming your life, unlocking the power of meditations. Welcome, brothers and sisters. Before we dive in, there's a timestamp on the screen directing you straight to the first chapter of Meditations. Feel free to use it, but I encourage you to stay for this introduction, because here's the truth. Meditations isn't just another old book. It's not just a diary of a Roman emperor. It's a key that unlocks a new way of thinking, a way of living that can make you unshakable. Imagine you found a journal, not just any ruler, but a man who held the entire Roman Empire together. A man who faced war, betrayal, sickness, and loss, yet remained calm, wise, and in control. A man who didn't just survive life, he mastered it. Meditations is raw. It's personal. It wasn't meant for us. Marcus Aurelius wrote it for himself, to remind himself to stay strong, stay wise, and stay true. And today, we have the privilege of learning from his deepest thoughts. Some parts of this book repeat themselves. That's the point. It's not meant to entertain. It's meant to train your mind, like lifting weights for your soul. And by the time we're done today, you won't just understand meditations. You'll feel it. You'll live it. You'll walk away stronger, clearer, and more in control of your life. So, if you're ready to transform your mind, let's begin. Book 1, The Power of Gratitude and Reflection. Imagine waking up tomorrow and feeling unshakable. No matter what happens, stress, setbacks, people try to bring you down, you remain calm, focused, and at peace. That's the power of gratitude. Marcus Aurelius starts meditations not with complaints, not with regrets, but with gratitude. He lists the people who shaped him, the lessons they taught, and the wisdom he gained. Why? Because gratitude is a weapon. It's the antidote to anger, frustration, and negativity. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, life shifts. Lessons from the masters. Marcus learned discipline from his grandfather, humility from his father, kindness from his mother, from teachers and mentors. He learned self-control, patience, and wisdom. Ask yourself, who has shaped you? Who in your life, parents, friends, mentors, has left you with lessons that made you stronger? Too often, we dwell on what we don't have, who hurt us, what went wrong. But what if instead we focus on what we've gained? Take a moment. Think of one person who made you better. One moment that shaped you. Hold on to that. That's your foundation. That's where strength begins. The art of self-mastery. Marcus learned that self-mastery is the key to a good life. And it's not about controlling the world. It's about controlling yourself. Think about this. You can't stop the rain, but you can bring an umbrella. You can't control how others treat you, but you can control your response. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you'll find strength. When life gets tough, remember this. It's not the situation, it's how you react. You are not a slave to your emotions. You are not a puppet to your circumstances. If someone insults you, you have two choices. Get angry and let them control you, or stay calm and stay in control. If you fail, you can either drown in self-pity or see it as a lesson. This is what Marcus trained himself to do, and this is what you can do too. The freedom of simplicity. One of Marcus's greatest lessons was this. Happiness isn't found in more, it's found in less. In a world obsessed with more money, more fame, more possessions, Marcus saw the truth. He was the emperor of Rome. He could have had anything, but he lived simply, because real freedom isn't needing more. It's being content with less. Ask yourself, are the things you chase making you happy? Would having a bigger house, a faster car, or more followers truly give you peace? Or would it just make you want more? The happiest people aren't the ones who have the most. They're the ones who need the least. Simplicity isn't about having nothing. It's about realizing you already have enough. Overcoming fear and hardship. Life will test you. You will face pain, failure, and loss. Marcus faced war, betrayal, and disease. Yet he remained calm. How? Because he knew this truth. Pain is temporary. Your response is forever. When hardship comes, you have a choice. Let it break you or let it make you stronger. A storm can destroy a tree, but it can also make its roots deeper. Hardship isn't an enemy. It's a teacher, Next time you struggle, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Because in every struggle, there is growth. In every fall, there is a rise. The power of living in the present. Marcus understood something most people never realize. The past is gone. The future isn't here. The only moment that exists is now. Yet most of us live trapped. We regret the past. We fear the future. We waste the present. Marcus teaches us, let go of regrets. You can't change them. Let go of worries. They may never happen. Focus on this moment. Live it fully. Do every act of your life as if it were your last. If today was your last day, would you waste it worrying, or would you live with purpose? The present is all you have. Make it count. Conclusion, becoming unshakable. Brothers and sisters, this is the wisdom of meditations. Gratitude, self-mastery, simplicity, strength, living in the present. These are not just ideas. They are tools. Tools that, if used, can make you powerful, peaceful, and unshakable. Marcus Aurelius wasn't born wise. He trained his mind. He practiced. And so can you. So I leave you with this. Every day you have two choices. To be weak or to be strong. To be reactive or to be in control. To live in fear or to live in wisdom. Which will you choose? The world needs more unshakable souls. People who stand firm when life gets tough. People who live with purpose, kindness, and strength. Let that be you. If this journey inspired you, if it gave you even one insight that could change your life, consider supporting this work. Share it, live it, pass it on. And above all, live wisely. Stay strong, stay true. And as Marcus would say, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Now go out there and live. Guiding principles. Living authentically in a chaotic world. Life's unpredictable nature. Every day, we wake up and step into a world full of different people. The kind ones, the rude ones, the grateful, the thankless, the supportive, the jealous. Some are loud, some are quiet, but they all have one thing in common. They're human, and like us, they struggle, they learn, they make mistakes. The question is, will you let their energy affect yours? Will you let someone's negativity steal your peace? No, because you are in control. The world isn't perfect, but that's okay. We don't have to fix it all. We just have to be the best version of ourselves within it. The power of perspective. Imagine you're walking through a crowded market. People are pushing, talking loudly, some cutting in line. You could get annoyed. You could complain. Or you could take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is just life being life. I don't have to engage with the chaos. Every single situation in life is shaped by how we see it. A long wait at the bus stop, a chance to listen to your favorite song, a rude coworker, a reminder to practice patience, a setback, a lesson in disguise. The world doesn't change for us, but we can change how we move through it. Time is ticking. Act now. Let's be real. We procrastinate. We push our dreams to tomorrow. But how many tomorrows have passed already? Think of your life as a sand timer. The top part is full when you're born, and with each passing second, the sand falls. The thing is, you can't see how much sand is left. So why waste it? Want to start that business? Start. Want to write that book? Write. Want to fix that broken relationship? Reach out. Don't just read about life. Live it. The universe is always changing. Embrace it. Look outside. The trees shed their leaves. Rivers carve through mountains. Even the stars burn out. Everything in nature is always changing, always moving. So why do we resist change in our own lives? We cling to comfort. We fear the unknown. But think about it. If life never changed, we'd never grow. The things that scare us often lead to the biggest breakthroughs. What if instead of fearing change, we welcomed it? The power of letting go. Imagine holding a heavy backpack. Inside are all your worries. What people think of you, past mistakes, fear the future. The longer you hold it, the heavier it gets. Now let it go. Drop it. Feel that? That's freedom. Stop carrying things that don't serve you. The past is gone. The future isn't here yet. All you have is this moment. Live in it. Master yourself, master life. There are things we can't control. Traffic, weather, other people's opinions. But one thing we can control is ourselves. Your mind, keep it clear. Stop overthinking. Your emotions, stay calm. React with wisdom, not impulse. Your actions, do what's right, even when it's hard. No one can take away your inner peace unless you let them. Imagine this was your last day. If you knew today was your last day, would you still be angry about small things? Would you hold grudges? Would you waste time scrolling endlessly on your phone? Probably not. You'd focus on what matters. So why wait for a wake-up call? Start now. Say what you need to say. Love the people around you. Chase your dreams like time is running out, because it is. Conclusion. Stand strong in the storm. Life is unpredictable. People will challenge you. Things will go wrong. But through it all, you are in control of your response. Be kind. Be strong. Live with purpose. And when your time comes, you'll know you truly lived. Finding inner peace in a chaotic world. The search for peace. Life is loud. People are unpredictable. One day, everything seems fine. The next, it feels like the whole world is against you. We get frustrated, stressed, and overwhelmed. We look for ways to escape vacations, distractions, or even just scrolling endlessly on our phones. But what if I told you that the greatest escape, the most peaceful place, isn't somewhere far away? It's inside you. Inner peace isn't about running away from life. It's about mastering your mind so that no matter what happens, you stay calm, strong, and unshaken. The fire within, strength through challenges. Imagine a small candle in the wind. A tiny breeze is enough to put it out. Now imagine a massive bonfire. The same wind doesn't weaken it. It feeds it, making it burn even brighter. That's how your mind should be. Challenges? They don't break you. They make you stronger. Criticism? It doesn't knock you down. It makes you wiser. Hard times? They aren't punishments. They are fuel for your fire. So the next time life throws a storm your way, don't shrink like a weak flame. Grow bigger. Burn brighter. The ultimate escape. The power of your mind. People travel to beaches, forests, and mountains searching for peace. But those places aren't what truly bring calm. Their silence does. Now think about this. If silence is what we seek, why not create within? Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Let go of the noise. You don't need a vacation to reset. You can take a mental vacation anytime, anywhere. When life gets too loud, step inside yourself and find stillness. True peace isn't found in a location. It's found in a state of mind. Letting go of the past. The power of perspective. Think back to a moment when you were really upset, maybe years ago. Now ask yourself, does it still matter today? Most of the things we stress about don't matter in the long run. People argue, hold grudges, and lose sleep over things that time erases. In 100 years, nobody will remember that argument, that embarrassment, or that failure. So why waste energy on it now? When you let go of the past, you free yourself from carrying unnecessary weight. And when you stop worrying about things you can't control, you start living in the only moment that truly matters, right now. The grand perspective, your place in the universe. Look up at the night sky, billions of stars, a universe so vast, it makes everything else seem small. Now think about this. All of human history, wars, kings, great empires, are just tiny blips in the universe's timeline. Your worries? Tiny. Your mistakes? Small. Your fears? Nothing compared to the big picture. So instead of stressing over every little thing, remind yourself, the world will keep spinning. Time will keep moving. And in the grand scheme of things, you're free to just live. The illusion of fame and recognition. Many people chase fame, recognition, and approval. They want to be remembered. But let's be real. How many famous names from 1,000 years ago do we even remember? Even the greatest emperors, warriors, and thinkers eventually fade into history. If their legacies couldn't last forever, why waste your life worrying about what people think of you? Instead of chasing attention, focus on something deeper. Living with purpose, honesty, and kindness. The mind-body connection. Master your thoughts, master your life. Your body feels pain, pleasure, exhaustion, but your mind decides how you experience them. Ever notice how two people can face the same problem, but one stays calm while the other falls apart? The difference isn't the problem. It's their mindset. You can train your mind to stay calm under stress. You can teach yourself to let go of unnecessary worries. You can choose how to react to life's events. Your body may be temporary, but your mindset shapes your entire life. The secret to true freedom. Most people think freedom is about doing whatever you want, but real freedom is about not being controlled by what happens around you. Someone insults you, you don't react. Life throws you a challenge, you face it with strength. People let you down, you stay kind and move on. When you master your emotions, nothing can shake you. That's real freedom. Life is short, live fully. Think of all the people who lived before us. Great leaders, thinkers, warriors. They all had hopes, dreams, struggles, just like you. And now, they're gone. Just names in history books. One day, the same will happen to us. So, why waste time on things that don't matter? Stop waiting for the right time to start living. Stop holding on to negativity. Stop wasting days on meaningless distractions. Every sunrise is a reminder this life is temporary. Make it count, the key to a stress-free life. Want a simple rule to avoid unnecessary stress? Only focus on what you can control. You can't control other people's opinions, the past, the future. You can control your mindset, your actions, your attitude. When you stop wasting energy on things outside your control, life gets much easier. The illusion of time. People act like they have endless time. But the truth is, none of us know how much time we have left. If you knew today was your last day, what would you do differently? Would you still hold grudges? Would you waste time scrolling through your phone? Would you care so much about other people's opinions? Don't wait for a wake-up call to start truly living. The universe's flow. Trust the process. Nature has its own rhythm. Seasons change, rivers flow, the sun rises and sets without effort. Everything moves as it's meant to. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and lets you know when I upload more content like this. Now, let's get back to the video. Life works the same way. When things go wrong, don't fight reality. Adapt, flow with it. Trust that everything is happening exactly as it should. Your struggles, lessons in disguise. Your failures, stepping stones to growth. Your pain, temporary. When you trust the flow of life, you stop resisting. You start living. The final takeaway, live with purpose. At the end of your life, what will matter most? Not money, not fame, not status. What will matter is how you lived. Did you love deeply? Did you stay true to yourself? Did you make the most of your time? If you do that, then no matter when your time comes, you can leave this world with peace, knowing you truly lived. Conclusion, a new way of living. Stay calm in chaos. Let go of what doesn't matter. Focus on what you can control. Live every day like it's your last. That's the key to real happiness. That's the secret to true freedom. That's how you transform your life. Now, don't just listen to these words. Live them. A guide to everyday living. How to find peace, purpose, and strength in life. Introduction. Wake up to your power. Every morning you wake up. Some days you feel excited. Other days you feel tired and unmotivated. But here's the truth. You woke up today. That alone is a gift. Instead of groaning about another day, remind yourself, I am alive. I have another chance. This day is mine to shape. Think about nature. The sun rises without complaint. The birds don't wait for motivation. They just start singing. Even ants get to work without hesitation. So why should you hold back? Were you born just to stay under covers? Yes, rest is important. But if you only chase comfort, you miss out on what life is really about. Growth, challenge, and purpose. The world is moving. Will you move with it, or will you stay stuck? The strength of purpose. What are you chasing? Have you ever seen an athlete train for a championship? or an artist who stays up all night painting. They sacrifice sleep, comfort, and even food for their passion, because they know one thing: nothing great comes without effort. So what about you? What is your passion? What is worth your time? If something matters to you, don't just dream about it. Work for it. People waste hours on things that don't matter, watching pointless videos, scrolling on their phones, complaining about life. But when it's time to build something real, they hesitate. If you loved yourself, you wouldn't do that. You would honor your potential. How to stay calm. Don't let small things control you. Life is full of noise. People criticize, misunderstand, and judge. But here's the secret. Their opinions do not control your path. Imagine you are walking down a street and a dog starts barking at you. Do you bark back? No, you keep walking. People's negativity is just noise. Let them bark. You stay on your path. Your peace is in your hands. Don't waste your energy reacting to every little thing. Instead, focus on what makes you feel alive. The nature of life, everything is temporary. Everything you see around you, the buildings, the cities, even the people you know, one day, they will all be gone. Sound scary? It shouldn't be. It should be freeing. Because if nothing lasts forever, why should you waste time on fear, stress, or regret? Think about a river. It flows, never stopping. It doesn't resist change. It moves with it. That's how you should live. Stop fighting the past. Stop fearing the future. Flow with life. Happiness is not in things. It's in you. Many people chase money, fame, or approval. They think, if I have more, I will be happy. But how many rich people are miserable? How many famous people feel empty? Happiness is not about what you have. It's about how you think. A person with a little but a peaceful mind is richer than a millionaire with stress. Want real happiness? Find peace within yourself. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop waiting for things to be perfect. Start being grateful for what you have now. Control what you can, ignore what you can't. Not everything in life is in your hands. You can't control the past, other people's actions, the future, but you can control your thoughts, your choices, your attitude. When you focus only on what you can control, stress disappears. Example, you get stuck in traffic. You can get angry, or you can listen to a podcast, take deep breaths, and stay calm. The situation is the same. Your reaction is the difference. Failure is not the end. It's the beginning. Many people fear failure, but failure is just a lesson in disguise. Think of a child learning to walk. They fall, stand up, fall again, but they never give up. That's how you should approach life. Every mistake, every failure, it's part of your growth. So stop being afraid to fail. Be afraid of not trying. Find meaning in service, not just in recognition. Some people do good things just to be noticed. Others do good because it's who they are. Imagine a tree. It gives fruit, provides shade, and never asks for a thank you. It just does what it's meant to do. Be like that. Do good without expecting applause. Help others not for rewards, but because it makes the world better. When you give freely, life gives back to you in unexpected ways. Life is like a puzzle. Trust the process. Sometimes life doesn't make sense. You feel lost. But remember, you are just one piece of a bigger puzzle. Just because you don't see the full picture now doesn't mean it's not coming together. Trust that every experience, even the hard ones, are shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Your mind is your biggest weapon. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you fill your mind with doubt, you will act with hesitation. If you fill it with strength, you will act with confidence. A warrior doesn't go into battle expecting to lose. They believe in themselves, and that belief gives them power. Believe in yourself the same way. Your mind is your weapon. Use it wisely. Your legacy, what will you leave behind? One day, you will be gone. When that time comes, what will people remember about you? Will they say, they had a big house, a nice car? Or will they say, they were kind, strong, and made a difference? In the end, your character is your real legacy. Live in a way that when you leave, the world is a little better because you were here. Final thoughts. how to live a meaningful life. If you want a life of peace and purpose, remember these rules. 1. Wake up with gratitude. Every day is a gift. 2. Focus on what you can control. Let go of the rest. 3. Ignore the noise. People's opinions don't define you. 4. Find happiness within. It's not in things. 5. See challenges as growth. Every setback is a lesson. 6. Give without expecting. Kindness is its own reward. 7. Trust the process, even when life is confusing. 8. Live with purpose. Do what makes you proud. Now, don't just listen to these words. Live them. The world needs strong, wise, and kind people. Be one of them. And remember, your life is yours to create. Make it count. Navigating Life, the universe's hidden wisdom, a powerful 1-hour motivational speech. The flow of the universe. Imagine standing by a river. The water flows effortlessly, moving around rocks, carving paths, never resisting. The universe works the same way. It flows without anger, without revenge, without hesitation. Everything in nature follows its course, reaching its full potential in its own time. But what about us? We struggle. We resist. We cling to pain, hold grudges, and fight against the current. Let's change that. Let's learn how to move with life instead of against it. Today, we're going to unlock something powerful. Wisdom that can help you stay strong in chaos, find joy in struggle, and become unstoppable. Part 1. Accepting life's reality. Life is happening right now. Not in the past, not in the future. Right now. Every moment you experience, good or bad, is just a small part of a much bigger picture. You feel tired? It's part of life. Heartbroken? It's part of life. Feeling lost? That too is part of the journey. The problem isn't that these things happen. It's how we react to them. Imagine this. You spill coffee on your shirt before an important meeting. You can panic, complain, and let it ruin your day. Or you can laugh, change your shirt, and move on. The event doesn't change, but your experience does because of your reaction. Now, let's go deeper. Part 2. The power of perspective. Look around. Everything you see is temporary. The house you live in, the car you drive, even the people in your life. It's all part of a never-ending cycle of change. So, why do we cling so hard to things that will eventually fade? Let's try something. Imagine a king and a beggar. One lives in a palace, the other on the streets. But in the end, both meet the same fate. They return to dust, just like everyone before them. Now, does that mean life is meaningless? No. It means we should focus on what truly matters, how we live, not how long we live. Ask yourself, if I had nothing, would I still be me? If your answer is yes, you're free. Because real value isn't in money, fame, or approval. It's in your mind, your choices, your integrity. Part 3. Overcoming chaos. Chaos is everywhere. The world is noisy, unpredictable, and full of problems. But here's the secret. You don't have to control the world. You only have to control yourself. Think of a storm. You can't stop the wind, but you can build a stronger house. When life gets messy, don't fight the storm, adapt to it. Here's a simple trick. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, let it go. If the answer is yes, take action, but stay calm. You are stronger than any situation. Never forget that. Part 4. The art of detachment. Have you ever seen a magician make a coin disappear? It looks real, but it's an illusion. That's how life is. We chase things, fame, status, approval, only to realize they were never truly ours to begin with. Think about a luxury car. At its core, it's just metal wheels and an engine. The only thing that makes it luxurious is human perception. Strip away the illusion, and it's just a vehicle. This applies to everything. Expensive clothes? Just fabric. A fancy watch? Just a tool to tell time. The things we worship are often just distractions. So what really matters? Character, discipline, purpose. Let go of what doesn't serve you and you'll be free. Part 5. Handling people and relationships. People will hurt you. People will misunderstand you. People will judge you. That's just life. But here's what makes the difference. your reaction. A lion doesn't get mad when a fly lands on its back. It just keeps moving. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Stay focused. Stay kind. Rise above. And remember this. Every person is fighting a battle you can't see. Instead of anger, show understanding. Instead of revenge, choose peace. It's not about being weak. It's about being wise. Part 6. Finding strength in hardship. Tough times come for everyone. But here's what makes the difference. Some people break, while others grow stronger. Which one will you be? A blacksmith takes raw metal and puts it into fire. The fire doesn't destroy it. It makes it stronger. That's what hardship does for you. Every challenge you face is a test. It's life asking you, how bad do you want it? How strong are you willing to become? You don't grow when life is easy. You grow when life is hard. So embrace the struggle because it's making you unstoppable. Part 7. Living with purpose. At the end of the day, what will people remember about you? Not how much money you had. Not how many followers you gained. Not how perfect your life looked. They will remember how you made them feel. They will remember your kindness, your wisdom, your strength. So stop chasing what doesn't matter. Start living for what does. Make someone smile today. Help someone who can't help you back. Stay true to yourself, even when no one is watching, because that's what makes a life worth living. Final thought, your next move. This isn't just another speech. This is a moment, a decision. Will you go back to old habits, or will you change? Will you keep making excuses, or will you take control? The choice is yours. The universe is waiting. It's time to rise. Now go. Be great. The flow of life, a guide to unshakable strength. The universe knows what it's doing. Picture this. You're standing in a river. The water rushes past you, moving around obstacles, never stopping. It doesn't fight. It doesn't panic. It simply flows. That's life. Everything moves in cycles. Ups, downs, success, failure, joy, pain. Nothing is permanent. The seasons change, people come and go, and history repeats itself. So why do we resist? Why do we fear change? Why do we let temporary problems take away our peace? Today we're breaking free. We're going to learn how to move with life, not against it, to stop fearing the unknown, to build a mindset so strong that nothing, no failure, no rejection, no hardship can shake us. Let's begin. Part 1. The illusion of new. Ever feel like history keeps repeating itself? Wars, struggles, love stories, betrayals. It's all happened before. Nothing is truly new. The same problems we stress about today were problems centuries ago. The fear of the future? People have always had it. The desire for wealth, respect, and success? It's nothing new. So, if nothing is truly new, why let temporary things control your happiness? Think about it. Will today's problems still matter in 5 years? Probably not. So why waste your peace over them? Instead, focus on what's real, your values, your growth, your peace. Let go of distractions. Focus on what truly matters. Part 2. The strength of your beliefs. You are what you believe. If you think you're weak, you'll act weak. If you believe you're strong, you'll stand tall no matter what life throws at you. But here's the catch. You have to feed your beliefs. A fire burns as long as you give it fuel. Your mindset works the same way. If you keep feeding yourself negativity, news, gossip, self-doubt, you'll feel weak. But if you feed yourself wisdom, discipline, and courage, you will grow into an unshakable force. Ask yourself, what do I believe about myself? If your answer is anything less than I am capable, I am strong, I can handle anything, then it's time to change your beliefs. Feed your mind with strength and watch your life transform. Part 3. Staying grounded in a world of distractions. Life is noisy. TV shows, social media, arguments, meaningless debates. It's all designed to steal your focus. Think of an ant colony. Each ant is busy, moving nonstop, thinking it's doing something important. But from above, it's just chaos. Now, think about us. We rush through life, stressed, distracted, always chasing the next thing. But if we zoom out, we realize most of it doesn't really matter. So how do you stay focused? 1. Be present. Whether you're talking, listening, or thinking, be fully there. 2. Question everything. Does this align with my values? If yes, go all in. If not, walk away. 3. Contribute. Every action should add something to the world. Kindness, wisdom, effort. Life is short. Don't waste on distractions. Part 4. The power of letting go. People chase fame, success, and recognition, only to be forgotten. Think about it. How many famous people from 200 years ago do you actually know? The truth is, seeking approval is a losing game. Instead of chasing recognition, chase growth. Instead of impressing others, impress yourself. And if you need help, ask for it. There's no shame in that. Life is a battle, and sometimes we need a boost. A soldier on a mission doesn't refuse a ladder when climbing a wall. So why refuse help when you need it? Forget about what others think. Focus on your mission. Part 5. The universe's grand puzzle. Imagine life as a massive puzzle. Every person is a piece. If you only focus on yourself, you're just a loose piece, disconnected, lost. But when you see the bigger picture, you realize something. We're all connected. Helping others isn't about looking good. It's about strengthening the whole puzzle. And when the puzzle is complete, we all win. So next time you help someone, don't do it for a thank you. Do it because you're helping a part of yourself. Everything you do, good or bad, ripples through the world. Make sure your ripples are worth remembering. Part 6. Strength and hardship. Life isn't fair. It never was. But that doesn't mean you have to be weak. A blacksmith puts metal into fire, not to destroy it, but to make it stronger. Life does the same to you. Every hardship is a test. Will you break or will you rise? When things get tough, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask, what is this teaching me? Hardships are teachers. Learn from them and you'll become unstoppable. Part 7. The art of detachment. Ever notice how happy kids are? It's because they don't cling to things. They play, they laugh, they fall, they get back up. Somewhere along the way, we forget that. We hold on to pain. We obsess over the past. We stress about the future. But here's the truth. Nothing is truly yours. Not your job, not your house, not even your body. Everything changes. Once you accept that, you become free. Enjoy life, but don't cling to it. Love people, but don't try to control them. Give your best, but don't fear failure. True peace comes when you stop holding on. Part 8. The bigger picture. Step outside one night. Look at the stars. You are part of something bigger. Every person, every struggle, every joy, it's all connected. History repeats. Empires rise and fall. Generations come and go. So why stress over small things? Instead, focus on what you can control, your actions, your thoughts, your impact. And if you ever feel lost, remember this. The universe has been here for billions of years. It knows what it's doing. Trust the process. Final words, your next move. This isn't just another speech. This is a choice. Will you keep stressing over things you can't control? Or will you take charge of your mind, your actions, and your life? The universe is waiting. Now go. Be great. Finding your true path. A journey to purpose and peace. Introduction. Why are you here? Let's be real for a second. You didn't wake up one morning and say, I want to be the wisest person in the world. No one does. We grow up chasing money, success, or approval. Maybe you worked hard. Maybe you made mistakes. Maybe you felt lost. But here you are now, searching for something deeper. If you want a life that actually means something, stop worrying about what others think of you. Stop chasing things that leave you empty. It's time to focus on who you really are and what truly matters. Part 1. The search for happiness. Think about it. You've searched for happiness in money? It never feels like enough. Fame? People forget. Pleasure? It fades. Real happiness isn't found outside of you. It's inside. It comes from being true to yourself. It comes from doing what is right, even when no one is watching. Virtues, things like kindness, courage, patience, these are what make a life good. When you act in ways that go against these, you feel it. Guilt, regret, emptiness. So before you act, ask yourself, is this true to me? Will I regret this later? Because in the end, life is short, and you don't want to waste it on things that don't matter. Part 2. You can't control everything, and that's okay. Let's talk about control. Some things are in your control. Some things aren't. If you can change something, change it. If you can't, let it go. Worrying doesn't help. Complaining doesn't help. Ever been stuck in traffic? You can get mad, yell at other drivers, honk your horn. But will that clear the road? No. The only thing you control is how you react. Life is the same way. If something bad happens, you have 2 choices. 1, let it break you. 2, let it make you stronger. Everything that happens to you is a chance to grow. Every challenge is a test. How will you respond? Part 3. Change is the only constant. Look at history. Great rulers like Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, emperors, kings, they ruled the world. Now, they're gone. Just names in books. Everything changes. People come and go. Fame fades. What really lasts is how you lived. You can fight change, or you can flow with it, like a river. Instead of fearing change, embrace it. Because every change is an opportunity. Every door that closes leads to another one opening. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and lets you know when I upload more content like this. Now, let's get back to the video. Part 4. The key to peace. Stay in the present. Have you ever noticed that most of our stress comes from either the past or the future? You regret something you did. You worry about what might happen next. But right now, this moment, what's wrong? Probably nothing. Think of your mind like a cup of water. If you shake it too much, it spills everywhere. But if you keep it still, it stays clear. Your thoughts work the same way. If you focus on what's happening right now, you'll find peace. Part 5. Stop seeking approval. How much time do we waste worrying about what others think? What if they don't like me? What if I fail? What if they judge me? Here's the truth. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to think about you. And even if they do judge you, so what? Will their opinion feed you? Will it bring you peace? No. Live for what you believe is right. Speak your truth, but stay humble. Be kind, but don't let people walk all over you. You don't need permission to be yourself. Part 6. Obstacles are your teachers. Ever had a really hard time in life? A loss, a failure, a heartbreak? At the time, it felt awful. But looking back, didn't it make you stronger, wiser, more resilient? Difficulties aren't punishments. They're lessons. Imagine a rock blocking your path. You could sit down and cry about it, or you could climb over it. The rock didn't stop you. It made you stronger. Every problem is a chance to grow. Part 7. You have everything you need. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to start living a better life. The perfect moment is now. Want to be stronger? Start today. Want to be wiser? Read, learn, reflect. Want to be at peace? Let go of things you can't control. You already have everything you need inside you. You just have to use it. Final thoughts. Your legacy starts now. One day, just like all the great people before you, you will be gone. That's not sad. It's a reminder. A reminder to live fully, love deeply, and be your best self while you can. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be better than you were yesterday. Because in the end, what matters isn't what you had. It's who you were. So go, live with purpose. Be kind, be strong, and never stop growing. Living true, finding peace in a noisy world. Why are we struggling? Let's be honest. Life feels messy. You try to do what's right, but things don't always work out. You see others winning while you struggle. You wonder, why does life feel so unfair? Maybe you chase money, attention, approval, only to end up feeling empty. Maybe you've lied to yourself about what you really want. Maybe you're just tired of the world's noise. Here's the truth. You don't need more things. You don't need more people to like you. You need to live in a way that makes you proud when you look in the mirror. Let's talk about how to do that. Part 1. What happens when you go against yourself? Ever tried swimming against a strong river? It's exhausting, right? That's what happens when you live against your true nature. When you lie, you're fighting against truth. When you cheat, you're fighting against fairness. When you chase pleasure at all costs, you're fighting against balance. And the more you fight against what is right, the more exhausted and lost you feel. Story: the boy who lied to himself. There was once a boy who wanted to be a writer, but everyone told him writing wouldn't make him rich. So he became a lawyer instead. Years passed. He had money, but every night he felt miserable. One day, he finally admitted the truth. I'm living a life that isn't mine. Are you doing the same? Are you forcing yourself into a life that doesn't feel right? If so, it's time to stop. Part 2. Control what you can, let go of the rest. Most people suffer because they worry about things they can't control. You can't control how others see you. You can't control what's already happened. You can't control every challenge life throws at you. What can you control? Your thoughts, your actions, your attitude. Example: the man who lost everything. A man lost his job, his house, and his savings in 1 year. He had every reason to be bitter. But instead, he said, I still have my mind, my skills, and my time. I will rebuild. And he did. The lesson? What happens to you isn't as important as how you respond. Part 3. Stop chasing happiness. Find meaning instead. Look around. People chase happiness through money, status, and pleasure. But why are so many of them still unhappy? Because happiness is not something you chase. It's something you create by living with purpose. A doctor saving lives isn't always happy, but their life has meaning. A parent raising a child isn't always happy, but their love gives them purpose. A student working hard isn't always happy, but they're building their future. Challenge. Instead of asking, what makes me happy? Ask, what gives my life meaning? When you live for something bigger than just pleasure, you'll find real peace. Part 4. Change is normal. Stop fearing it. People fear change because it feels like losing control. But look at nature. Change is natural. Trees lose leaves in winter, but they grow back in spring. The ocean tides rise and fall. You were once a child, now you're an adult. So why fear life's changes? Losing a job, ending a relationship, moving to a new place. It's just another season. Example: the old man who feared change. An old man refused to use a phone, refused to try new food, refused to meet new people. One day, he realized life had moved on without him. He had been so scared of change that he stopped living. Don't be like him. Life is change. Embrace it. Part 5. What others think of you doesn't matter. Let's get real. Most of the time, people aren't even thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. So why waste time worrying about their opinions? If they judge you, so what? If they don't approve, so what? If they gossip, so what? Story: the man with the donkey. A man and his son were walking with a donkey. First, people said, why isn't the man riding the donkey? So the man rode it. Then others said, why isn't the boy riding? So the boy rode it. Then they said, they're cruel for riding it at all. The man finally realized, no matter what you do, people will talk. Live your truth, not their expectations. Part 6. Hard times make you stronger. Ever notice how muscles grow? By being challenged. Life works the same way. If you never fail, you never learn. If you never struggle, you never grow. If you never face fear, you never build courage. Example: the butterfly that was helped. A man saw a butterfly struggling to escape its cocoon. Wanted help? He cut the cocoon open. But because the butterfly didn't struggle, its wings never got strong enough to fly. Struggles aren't punishments. They're training. So next time life gets hard, don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Part 7. Death is part life, so live fully now. Nobody likes thinking about death, but ignoring it won't change the fact that one day we all leave. So instead of fearing death, use it as a reminder to live now. Tell people you love them. Take risks that matter. Stop wasting time on things that don't. The secret to a good life? Imagine if today was your last day. Would you be proud of how you lived? If not, change something. Part 8. Be good without expecting anything in return. People often do good things and expect applause. But real kindness doesn't need rewards. The sun doesn't shine for thanks. The river doesn't flow for applause. A tree doesn't grow just to be noticed. Be good because it's who you are, not because you expect something back. Final thoughts. How to live a life you're proud of. At the end of the day, a good life comes down to this. 1. Live honestly. Don't lie to yourself or others. 2. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. 3. Stop chasing happiness. Find meaning. 4. Embrace change. It's part of life. 5. Ignore the opinions of those who don't matter. 6. See struggles as growth. 7. Live as if the day was your last. 8. Be good without expecting anything in return. Life isn't about being perfect. It's about being better than you were yesterday. So go, live true, stay strong, and never stop growing. Book 10, Finding Balance in Being, The Power of Living Authentically. Have you ever wondered why it's so difficult to stay true to yourself? Why do we often crave more money, more attention, more stuff? What if I told you that true happiness lies in the present moment, appreciating what's already around you? Imagine recognizing everything in your life as a gift, a piece of a larger plan that you might not always see. This chapter is about embracing balance and understanding that everything you experience, good or bad, is part of a bigger picture. Let's explore how to live authentically, without chasing distractions, and find peace in the midst of chaos. Part 1. The Struggle to Be True. Have you ever found yourself pretending to be something you're not just to fit in or to get approval? Maybe you tried to impress others, but deep down, you felt uncomfortable. It's hard to stay genuine when the world pushes us in all sorts of directions. But here's the reality. Being true to yourself is a foundation of peace. When you act in line with your true values and essence, everything falls into place. Story, the man who wore a mask. Once, there was a man who wore a mask every day. At work, at home, and even with friends, he was someone he wasn't. He thought that if he wore the mask long enough, people would finally accept him. But eventually, he became exhausted. The mask was heavy, and it prevented him from being his true self. One day, he took it off, and for the first time, he felt truly free. Moral: stop wearing masks. Be authentic. Your true self is enough. Part 2. Understanding life's flow and letting go. Sometimes life feels overwhelming. There are challenges, changes, and moments of uncertainty. But here's something powerful to remember. Everything unfolds according to a greater plan, even when we don't see it. Instead of trying to control everything, we must learn to trust the flow of life. When you accept that life will change, you'll find peace in the chaos. Example: the river that never stopped. Imagine a river. It flows constantly, encountering rocks, branches, and other obstacles, but it never stops. The river doesn't fight against the rocks. It just flows around them. Life is the same way. Challenges will come, but we don't have to resist them. We just flow with them. Lesson: when you stop fighting life's challenges, you'll find it easier to move forward. Part 3. Everything happens for a reason. It's easy to get discouraged when life doesn't go the way we want. But here's the truth. Every moment, every experience is part of a grand design. Even the tough times, the failures, and the losses all serve a greater purpose. Example: the seed that took time. A farmer plants a seed and doesn't see the fruit right away. The seed goes through a period of growth, and with time, it produces something beautiful. The same is true for us. When things aren't going your way, trust that growth is happening beneath the surface. Keep going, and one day, you'll see the results of your patience and persistence. Takeaway: life is always growing you. Trust the process, even when you can't see the outcome. Part 4. Embracing change. Change is a natural part of life, yet so many of us fear it. We resist it, cling to the past, and try to avoid discomfort. But change is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. Think about the seasons. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Each season has its purpose. Life works the same way. It's all about embracing the new without fearing what's left behind. Story, the tree that lost its leaves. A tree in the forest shed its leaves every autumn. At first, it was sad to see them go. But over time, the tree realized that it was simply making space for new growth in the spring. What seemed like a loss was really a new opportunity. Lesson: change is a natural process. It's just life making room for something new. Don't resist it. Part 5. Finding peace in imperfection. We often judge ourselves too harshly. We want to be perfect, to get everything right, and to be accepted by everyone. But guess what? Perfection doesn't exist. We're all imperfect, and that's okay. Example, the broken pot. Once, a man had a beautiful clay pot, but over time, the pot cracked. Instead of throwing it away, he filled the cracks with gold. The pot was even more beautiful because of its imperfections. Moral: life isn't about being perfect. It's about finding beauty in the flaws. Embrace your imperfections. They make you unique. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and lets you know when I upload more content like this. Now, let's get back to the video. Part 6. The power of perspective. Have you ever been in a tough situation and thought, why me? What if you looked at that same situation and asked, what can I learn from this? Your perspective shapes your reality. The same event can be seen as a problem or an opportunity, depending on how you choose to view it. Example, the farmer's luck. A farmer's horse ran away, and everyone in the village said, what bad luck. But the farmer simply replied, maybe. A few days later, the horse returned, bringing another horse with it. The villagers then said, what good luck. And again, the farmer replied, maybe. The point? You can never truly know if something is good or bad. You just have to keep moving forward. Takeaway: your perspective is everything. Change the way you see the world, and the world will change. Part 7. The joy of letting go. Do you find yourself holding on to things that no longer serve you? Maybe it's a grudge, an old relationship, or a bad habit. Letting go can be hard, but it's also one of the most freeing things you can do. Example, the heavy backpack. Imagine you're carrying a heavy backpack. At first, it feels manageable, but the longer you carry it, the more it weighs you down. Eventually, you realize that all you have to do is put it down. And when you do, you feel lighter and free. Lesson: letting go is not about losing something. It's about freeing yourself. Part 8. Live in harmony with nature. One of the greatest lessons we can learn is to live in harmony with the world around us. Nature operates in balance. The sun rises and sets. The tide comes in and goes out, and plants grow and bloom. We too can live in harmony by understanding our place in the world. We are part of something much bigger than ourselves. When we align with nature's flow, we find peace. Story: the lion and the lamb. A lion and a lamb were once fighting for territory. But after a long battle, they realized they could live in harmony, sharing the same land. The lion realized it didn't need to dominate, and the lamb learned not to be afraid. Moral: we all have a role to play in this world. When we stop fighting against the flow and work together, we create harmony. Conclusion: embrace your true self. Life is about finding balance. It's about living authentically, embracing change, and letting go of what no longer serves you. It's about seeing life's challenges as opportunities and understanding that everything is part of a bigger plan. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start living in alignment with your true self today. Be present, be kind, be true. Your journey is uniquely yours, and when you embrace it fully, you'll find peace in even the most chaotic of times. Book 11. Discovering Your True Self Rewritten. Have you ever wondered about the true power of your mind? It's amazing, isn't it? Our minds are like super tools. They can think about themselves, learn from past mistakes, and grow. Unlike plants and animals, we get to choose how we shape our minds and our lives. Our mind has a purpose, and it fulfills that purpose, no matter where we are or how old we get. It's the most powerful tool we have, if we choose to use it wisely. Imagine being 40 years old with a little wisdom. You've probably seen the same situations happen over and over, like patterns. Life often repeats itself. That's why understanding kindness, honesty, humility, and self-worth is so important. They're like the foundation of a house. Without them, everything falls apart. Think of life like a song. If we break the song into individual notes, you wouldn't want to listen to just one note, right? It's the whole song that makes it beautiful. Being a good person is like the whole song. It's not just one action. It's a complete package. You can't be one thing today and another tomorrow. It's about being consistent, being real, and not letting life's challenges throw you off course. Think of yourself like a tree. Imagine cutting a branch off. You're not just separating that one branch, but you're cutting away part of the tree. This is what happens when we disconnect from others, whether it's because we're angry, upset, or just too busy. When you cut someone off, you're not just distancing yourself from them. You're breaking part of the human connection. But here's the good news. Just like a branch can be grafted back onto a tree, we can always reconnect. But it takes time, and the more you disconnect, the harder it becomes. Don't let anyone steal your peace. People may try to mess with you, but you can choose how you react. When someone throws negativity your way, stay calm, stay kind, and keep your focus on what's important. You don't have to react to every situation. Sometimes the most powerful thing you could do is just stay true to yourself and your values. Remember, life is all about balance. It's about understanding that everything in the universe is connected, and that includes you. The universe is like the greatest artist ever, creating a masterpiece out of chaos. When we focus too much on the small stuff, we miss the bigger picture. If something is stressing you out, take a step back. Is it really worth your energy? If not, let it go. Your soul is at its best when it's calm and grounded, when it's in its natural state, when you're being authentic. People can feel it. You don't have to announce it. It's like when you walk into a room and someone is wearing a distinct perfume. You know they're there. That's how authenticity works. It's not about saying I'm being honest. It's about showing it through your actions. Your true character speaks for itself. One of the most important things in life is perspective. When you look at any situation, remember that you control your reaction. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens with you. And if you're struggling with negative thoughts or emotions, ask yourself, is this really worth my time? Let go of what doesn't serve you. We all have moments of weakness. No one is perfect. There are times when we'll all stumble. The key is not to stay down. Reflect on your mistakes, learn from them, and get back on track. If someone judges you, remember, it's not about you. People judge others because they don't fully understand. When you feel angry or upset, ask yourself, is this really about what they did, or is it about how I'm reacting? Often, the way we react to things is worse than the thing itself. Life is short. It's fleeting. The moments that upset you now might not matter a few years from now. Think about it. When someone wrongs you, it's easy to hold on to the anger. But in the grand scheme of things, what will it really matter? What's more important is how you handle it. Whether you let that anger control you or whether you rise above it. This is where resilience comes in. It's about being able to stay calm, composed, and kind, even when everything around you is falling apart. Your true power is in your ability to remain true to yourself. Even when the world is crazy, you stay grounded, you stay kind. The path to finding your true self isn't always easy. It's about letting go of what doesn't serve you and focusing on what truly matters. Don't waste your time chasing things that aren't aligned with your purpose. Life isn't about being perfect. It's about being authentic. Stay true to your values, and the rest will fall into place. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and lets you know when I upload more content like this. Now, let's get back to the video. Remember, everything in life is part of a bigger picture. Every person you meet, every challenge you face, every choice you make, it's all connected. Don't fight against the flow of life. Embrace it. When you're in tune with yourself and with the world around you, things will fall into place. The key to living fulfilling life is understanding that your purpose is bigger than just you. It's about community. It's about being part of something greater than yourself. When you focus on this, your actions will always align with your true self. So, think about it. What's your purpose in life? How can you use your talents, your wisdom, and your energy to make the world a better place? You have the power to shape your own destiny. Don't wait for the world to change. Be the change. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. Life is a journey, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. What matters is that you stay true to your values and your purpose. Live authentically, live with intention, and most importantly, live in harmony with yourself and the world around you. When you embrace your true self, everything else falls into place. Stay true to who you are, and the rest will come. Book 12, Embracing the Now. Life moves fast, doesn't it? We're always looking ahead or thinking about what happened behind us. But what if the secret to living a fulfilling life lies in one simple truth? The now, the moment you're in right this second, is where all the magic happens. This is where your life unfolds, not in the past or future. Today is your stage. Let's dive into how you can embrace it fully and make it the best part of your journey. Stop looking back or forward. Imagine you're walking down a path and you keep glancing behind you. Worry about the steps you've already taken or looking ahead, fearful of what's to come. How can you enjoy the scenery or even walk steadily when you're distracted by where you've been or where you're going? This is how most of us live, constantly stuck in the past or future. But the truth is, the only thing that truly matters is right now. Think about a moment when you felt pure joy. Was it when you finally took that deep breath after running up a hill? Or when you laughed with a friend, completely forgetting about everything else? That moment of pure happiness was all about the present. Now is where the power is. Key point. Forget past mistakes. Stop worrying about tomorrow and start focusing on the here and now. Life happens in real time, and that's where you can make the most impact. You are exactly where you need to be. How often do we beat ourselves up for not being somewhere else? Maybe you're not at the job you want, living in the place you dream of, or even with the person you thought you'd be with by now. But here's something crucial to remember. Right now, you're in the perfect place to learn and grow. The present is your teacher, your guide. Think of life like a story. Every chapter is necessary to make the whole book meaningful. If you skip chapters or try to jump ahead, you lose the richness of the plot. Trust that your current chapter is exactly where you're meant to be. Key point. Embrace the present with confidence, because this is the moment that leads you to the next. Clear the noise. Focus on what matters. We live in a world full of noise. People telling us how we should look, how we should live, and even how we should think. But none of that matters. Your real self, the person you are at your core, doesn't need anyone else's approval. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Let's talk about how we care more about what others think of us than about our own feelings. Have you ever spent hours wondering what someone else might think of your outfit or your ideas? It's crazy, right? What if you didn't? What if you just focused on being the best version of yourself? A great example of this is how we use social media. We often share our highlights, seeking validation from others. But the real power comes when we stop worrying about external validation and live for our own truth. Key point. Don't let the opinions of others drown out the voice of your own heart. Life is short. Embrace change. Now, let's talk about something that we often avoid: death. It's a part of life. But instead of fearing it, think about it as a reminder to live fully. Life is fragile, and its beauty is in how fleeting it is. If we knew exactly how much time we had left, wouldn't we spend it better? Wouldn't we focus on what really matters, like love, purpose, and kindness? Look at the way seasons change. Winter gives way to spring. Day turns into night. It's natural. Life flows like that too. Constant cycles of change. The key isn't to fight these changes, but to flow with them just like nature does. Key point. Don't wait for the right time to live the life you want. The time is now. The power of perspective. What if I told you that everything that happens to you is just a matter of perspective? When something challenging happens, your reaction is what determines how it affects you. When someone cuts you off in traffic, or a friend says something hurtful, it's not the event itself that matters. It's how you choose to respond. Take a moment to think about the things that bother you the most. Can you shift your viewpoint and see them differently? Maybe that person who cut you off is just having a bad day. Maybe that mistake you made is just a stepping stone on the way to something better. Your power lies in how you see things. Key point: change your perspective and you'll change your experience of life. Let go of control. Trust the journey. How often do we try to control every little thing? Life doesn't work like that. Sometimes, the more you try to control, the more you feel out of control. Trust the process. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, even if you don't fully understand it yet. The universe, or life, or whatever you want to call it, has a rhythm. It knows when to guide you, when to challenge you, and when to give you rest. If something doesn't work out, don't blame the world. Maybe it wasn't meant for you. Or maybe, just maybe, it was preparing you for something even better. Everything that happens, good or bad, is an opportunity to grow. When you face struggles, lean into them. They are shaping you into the person you need to become. Key point: let go of the need to control everything, and instead trust that life is guiding you where you need to go. The truth about fame, fortune, and what really matters. We're constantly told that fame, fortune, and success are the keys to happiness. But take a look at some of the most famous people in the world. They have everything anyone could dream of, yet many of them still struggle with personal emptiness. Fame and fortune don't create happiness. They create distractions. What truly matters is finding peace within yourself. Look at the people you admire. Are they chasing fame, or are they living with purpose? True greatness comes from living authentically and helping others, not from seeking validation from the world. Think of the greatest leaders and thinkers throughout history. They weren't consumed by fame. They were consumed by their mission. Key point: don't chase fame or fortune. Chase purpose. Chase authenticity. That's where the true rewards lie. Embrace the now and live with purpose. Everything you need to be happy and fulfilled is right in front of you in this moment. All you have to do is recognize it. Stop wasting time thinking about what you don't have or what you might lose. Focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. If you live with purpose, clarity, and grace, you'll begin to see how everything falls into place. Life isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about showing up every day as your true self and striving to be better than you were yesterday. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is always right now. Key point: live with purpose and you'll find everything you need. Conclusion: life is a journey, not a destination. As we wrap up, remember this: life is a journey, not a destination. Every moment, every breath, every decision is part of the adventure. The past is gone, the future is unknown, but right now is your moment to live fully, to love deeply, and to be your authentic self. Embrace the now, and you'll find that everything else falls into place. The only thing holding you back from living the life you want is the belief that you can't. So believe in yourself, live with purpose, and know that right now, in this moment, you have everything you need to create the life you've always wanted. Until next time, keep embracing the now. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Also, turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. See you in the next one.